Hello and welcome back to the Ultimate Racing League and race 2 from round 7 at Sardegna, road track A. So let's get straight to that grid and get this second race underway. So we've got Tino in pole position, we've got Team Silver in second, Prime Machine third, Hodgie fourth, Jim Bob in fifth, Firepower sixth, Vexman seventh, Molson eighth, Lee the Whip in ninth, Seamus 10th, Stealth in 11th, Sea Broad in 12th and Dan Bailey in 13th. So mix the tyres in this race 2. Here's the grid. So Tino again from pole position. See if we can get a better start this time in that GTR. It's not the quickest off the line, but once you get going it's pretty nippy. Well, that's a better start. It is a better start, but Team Silver in that Merc, which is very quick off the line, takes it up again then, like he did in race 1, down to turn 1. Jim Bob up there as well, having a look on Prime Machine, who's second place. No, Jim Bob gets through, so Jim Bob gets past Prime Machine, or has he? He does, so he gets that second place then. Prime in third, and then Hodgie fourth. So 2 Aston Martins again, together, in exactly the same position they were in race 1 when it ended. And then our pole sitter and winner from race 1, Tino, there in 5th place. He's going with the mediums here in race 2. And then Firepower 6th place. Ahead of Lee, who's in 7th. Molson 8th. Oh, and up the inside goes, was that Dan? Having a look at Vexman. I think he might have just had a little tag, but didn't get there, so Vexman 9th. Dan in 10th with Sea Broad in 11th. Just ahead of them, I just see Lee a little bit out of shape. So it's all going on. Yeah, definitely out of shape there. So Lee in 7th place. Still nearly lost it on the left-hander there as they come screeching round the final right-hander across the line. Start second lap. St. Molson behind them, being handed again by Vexman. These two just won't leave each other alone, will they? Molson up the inside, Vexman round the outside. A little touch and someone's gone off. I think that's Firepower, is it? It is. He's all the way back now to the back. So he lost it big time at turn 1. And his teammate, however, out front. Remains out front then, so Team Silver with Jim Bob in second. Obviously on the super softs, these guys, with Hodgie there in 3rd place. And his teammate still there, Prime Machine in 4th. And then a little battle here with Lee. All up the inside of Tino. It's quite late, but he got it done. So Tino drops back down to 6th place. Lee up to 5th. So actually was quite a good move in the end. Could have worked out pretty bad for both of them, but he didn't. And then Vexman, 7th. He's gone ahead of Molson now. Backing up a little bit there at the left-hander at the slow corner. Molson 8th, Sea Broad in 9th. Vexman attacking Tino ahead of them though. Vexman on them super softs, Tino remember on the medium, so Vexman's going to have more grip than what Tino's got, but didn't get it done there, so Tino's still in 6th place. Vexman having a look up the inside here on the right hander. No, took a little bit too much curb. Just got him out of shape a little bit. Molson, meanwhile, attacking Seabroad. Or is it the other way round? Seabroad attacking Molson, I think. And he's going around the outside, Seabroad. He's got it done. He has. So Molson then, back to 9th. Vexman did get past Tino in the end, didn't he? So Vexman up to 6th now. Let's have a look at the leaders just quickly and see how that's looking. Well, Jim Bob is not leaving Tim Suva, is he? He's not leaving him alone. And he's going with him all the way here. So Jim Bob obviously fancies a nice win here. But Team Silver, he also wants one. Hodgie still in 3rd, but Lee increasing that pressure behind him. Looking fairly quick here in race 2 in that beetle, and he could attack Hodgie here at turn 1, and I think Jim Bob might be attacking Team Silver, and in fact he has taken the lead, Jim Bob. And I'll just look at this battle for a second as Lee runs wide. Yeah, didn't get that done, but it was Jim Bob who got up the inside, or outside I think it was in the end, of Team Silver to take that lead. So perhaps he does fancy it then, Jim Bob, after all. And actually pulling away quite a nice little gap now, and Team Silver being put under all sorts of pressure now from Hodgie in 3rd place. Lee's not far behind in 4th. So Team Silver is on them mediums, remember, as well, with Hodgie on the super softs. Has he got it? Now defends quite well there, did Team Silver. So remains in 2nd place. Hodgie though, is going to be all over the back of him, trying to get past where he can. He's better off just staying where he is now, Hodgie, and attacking him either along the start or finish. Oh, but now Hodgie's under attack from Lee. So 3 cars here, and they're not far off that lead because Jim Bob's not that far ahead. I think Tino might have had a moment. Oh, and someone's had a moment. That Prime Machine in the background, big moment. So he's dropping back like a stone now. I just want to keep my eye on this one though, but see him lose it. And the left-hander, that's Hodgie up the inside of Team Silver. Here at turn 1, I think he's going to get that position. He does. 2nd place then for Hodgie. So eventually gets past Team Silver. So now he can try and chase down Jim Bob in 1st. Lee remains in 4th. He's just sitting there, isn't he, Lee, halfway through this race now. Waiting for any slip-ups ahead of him. And he's there to pounce. So looking pretty strong there in that Beetle. And then Vexman up to 5th now. He's kind of on his own a little bit, but he's got through. And now he's trying to chase down them top 4. Obviously you can see him in his sights there. And we're just over halfway, he's got plenty of time to make up ground and possibly pass them. So after not a great first race for Vexman, being involved in that incident with Molson in race 1 presumably, and needs to get some points here, which is what he's trying to do. Molson is behind him in 6th place, but he's not really gaining on Vexman, is he? But then Molson is on the mediums, but 6th would be good if he can stay there, but it's not going to help him in terms of points. Vexman just grabbed it, didn't he, in race 1 as well, so looks like Vexman is going to remain ahead of Molson. So Molson 6th, Seabroad then in 7th. The indicator kid. Oh, Molson with a bad exit there. in turn one. Seaboard right up behind him. Maybe it's them mediums. Seaboard's on the super softs. Tino Aldo back in 8th. But then he's on the mediums as well. But you know what? With a race winning race 1, be pretty happy anyway at this point. He's got one more race, remember, where he can go back on the softs if he likes. So Tino in 8th, Seamus in 9th. No indicator problem for that Porsche. Seaboard drops back down to 8th, so now the 2 Porsches in 8th and 9th. And Stealth in 10th. Hasn't really got going tonight as Stealth. So the midfield races for him so far. For the Scotsman. And then Dan in 11th. And then the 2 guys at the back who's had the 2 incidents. Firepower moving off earlier on, and we know the Prime lost it as well on that very corner that he's just exited, so he's down there in 13th. So back to our leaders to see. Well, Jim Bob still there, but Odgie not leaving him alone. And Dodgy is pretty close. Is he within striking range with 5 minutes left of this race? Could be setting something up here, could Dodgy? Nothing at the moment, no. Is he gonna just follow Jim Bob till the end and then try something on the final lap? They'll stay and watch out and find out. Oh, got his wheel on the grass there, did Jim Bob. Wasn't so bad in the end actually, but Vexman's got himself to 3rd now. So Vexman then made his way through. It's up to 3rd, so he certainly did catch the guys ahead of him before, didn't he? He's passed one of them already. So now he's not far off the back of the leaders. So could he come up with a win here in race 2? Knowing how the Audis have been during this championship, you wouldn't put it past him, would you? So we'll keep an eye on that then. Vexman up to 3rd. Lee still in 4th, having a good race there. And Team Silver in 5th place. Just losing out a little bit on those mediums now. The other guys ahead of him on the super softs, just a little bit quicker. It'll take 5th, I think. Tino still there in 6th place, so that's good from him. And actually, I think he's made up a couple of spots, didn't he? He was in 8th, wasn't he? Last time we went to him, so up to 6th is good. Molson 7th. It's not what he really wanted, but mediums just haven't quite worked here for him. We'll see. Pretty sure the Vexman might be on mediums for the final race. So, not over, is it yet? Seaboard in 8th, Stealth in 9th. So he's made another spot there on Seamus as Stealth. Seamus in 10th, Dan in 11th, Firepower 12th. Prime Machine still in 13th, as we know. Coming into this last minute and a half. I think we'll stick with this, with the leaders to see. As Jim Bob comes up and there's a little battle here, Vexman attacking. Odgie trying to get out in 2nd place. didn't make it there. So let's stick with this actually. So Jim Bob looks to be pretty comfy out there in first. Let's have a look how this battle goes on coming into the final lap. This will be the final lap, so who's going to get the second step and who's going to get the third step? Assuming Jim Bob gets first, of course. They're not that far behind him. So actually, we've got all the top three very, very close here. Coming into this final lap of race 2. Vexman just dropping off the back of him now, but done really well to get himself up into third as Odgie attacks Jim Bob up the inside. The left-hander does get there, doesn't run wide, does he? Odgie doesn't. Has he made it stick? That was a little tap, but nothing there. No, Jim Bob. He wasn't giving up, was he, Jim Bob? Carried it round the outside of Odgie. Odgie really, really pushing, really wants that first place, of course. Now it's brought back Vexman into play. As they come round, oh, I think Odgie just tapped the wall there. Slowed him down a bit, that might be it. Could be Jim Bob's now. So they come round this final bend, it's going to be. So Jim Bob, well done. Race 2 winner. Good little bow there at the end. Odgie not giving up though, so Jim Bob first, Odgie second. Good there for good third for Vexman, I should say. Lee gets a good 4th place. Tino actually into 5th, so that's good for him. Molson with a good 6th place. Team Silver 7th. C Broad in 8th. Stealth 9th. James 10th. Dan in 11th. Firepower 12th. And we know that Prime Machine is coming in 13th. So another good race there from the boys in race 2. So join me again for race 3 soon, and I'll see you then.